Happy April 2021. My name is Reverend Mindy Tucker, and I serve as co-minister of Unity of Wilmington in Wilmington, North Carolina. And we are a part of a worldwide spiritual movement that honors all the paths to God, especially the one that you are on. Every month at Unity of Wilmington, we take a look at holy days and holidays that are happening around the world. The first one in April is Holy Week. We take the time to honor the Christian traditions, beginning with Palm Sunday, the recorded history of Jesus' triumphal entry into the city of Jerusalem. And then there's Maundy Thursday, which is important in Christianity because it establishes the practice of the Eucharist or communion. It also has foot washing, which you may find in different Christian communities around the world on Maundy Thursday. And it culminates on Easter Sunday, the day after 3 days after Jesus was crucified and then resurrected and became alive again. Passover is a Jewish holy time. It ends on April 4th. This is a time the Jewish people celebrate the story of the Exodus, coming out of Egypt, coming out from enslavement by the Pharaoh and living their own lives. Of course, they had to wander for 40 years in the wilderness before they got to the promised land. But let me tell you, get to the promised land, they did. Yom Hashoah is a very holy time in the Jewish community because it's the day that they honor the 6 million Jews who died in camps during the Nazi reign of Germany and of Europe. So prayers are said for those who died, and prayers are said so that that kind of Holocaust, that genocide, can never happen again in human history. Ramadan begins on April 12th. It is the 9th month in the Islamic calendar, and Muslims all around the world take this month as time for community and time for prayer and a time for fasting. Between sunrise and sunset, they don't eat or drink anything, but then in the evenings after the sun has set, they come together and they have family and community time, a very holy, holy time in the Islamic faith. Navami is a Hindu festival. It's a celebration of the birth of Lord Rama, one of the greatest epic warriors of all time in the Hindu tradition. And you see him here pictured with a bow and arrows. You can always tell it's Lord Rama because of the bow and arrow, either in artwork or in statuary. Ridvan begins on April 21st. It is a 12-day period in the Baha'i faith. It's when Baha'u'llah came to the recognition and the declaration that he was the messenger of God in this time. 3 important birthdays in the month of April in the United States. First, Maya Angelou, who was an amazing author, poet. She wrote 7 autobiographies, the first of which was published in 1969, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sing. The gentleman in the middle is Booker T. Washington. He was one of the greatest advocates of Black equality and Black recognition of that sacred worth of his time. He was considered an accommodationist, which actually helped the Black people get more than they would if they had been more militant. He's the founder of the Tuskegee Institute, which later became Tuskegee University. The third person pictured there is John Muir. He was born in April of 1938. He was a great wanderer and explorer. He loved nature. He founded the Sierra Club, and he's the one who influenced President Teddy Roosevelt, to open up and establish the national park system we have in the United States. In the entire month of April, we call it National Alcohol Awareness Month. It's a time to really reach out to people that you're worried about, or if you're worried about yourself, there are hotlines, there are communities that are available to support you. Sometimes it's about having that really sweaty 10-minute conversation to say, I'm worried about you. And take advantage of the month of April to add that to your courage in order to have that conversation, either with somebody else or even with yourself. It's also National Autism Awareness Month. So we turn our attention to people who are autistic or families who have autistic people as a part of their family, looking at different ways we can support them with the many challenges that an autistic person faces in their lifetime. And finally, it's Keep America Beautiful Month. That's partly inspired by Earth Day, which happens. It's part of John Muir's legacy. It's maybe plant a tree or appreciate a tree that is growing nearby you. Plants are so important. The 10th of April is Siblings Day. If you have a sibling, reach out and connect with them on the 10th. If you have an administrative professional, you know how amazingly supportive and wonderful they are. Their day is celebrated on the 21st of April. Then it's Hug a Plumber Day on the 25th. I know that I could not survive without the support of plumbers in my life. And finally, on the 27th, it's Tell a Story Day. Get somebody together and tell stories about your life. It's stories that keep us connected. It's stories that inspire us to grow. And it's stories that keep those people who have passed in our lives alive in our hearts. My dad was an amazing storyteller, and I'm so blessed to have heard all of the shenanigans he and his brother got into over the course of their growing up and finding adulthood. Thank you for tuning in to Unity of Wilmington, to our Diversity Month, taking a look at holy days and holidays and honoring the one divine source that unites us all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.